What's going on, fellas? It's me, Sardonic. I'm back here again at the table, like I usually am, except on the rare occasion that I'm not. Speaking of rare, this is our second week in a row of weekly content, and I hope next week we're going to be shooting for 3. About a month ago, I made a video about this. This is a network switch, a 50-port Cisco network switch. This let me expand my network a lot. However, since this switch was so old, it was only 100 meg, which was, I don't have gigabit at my house, but it's still about a third of my bandwidth. And at the time I said that was okay, but come to find out, after using it for a few weeks, and running a NAS on that connection, it's awful. Because it's so slow, transferring things to my NAS takes forever, and sometimes the connection will just time out and stop working, which will negate about 6 hours of transferred files. So basically what I'm saying is trying to transfer the amount of data I have to transfer to a NAS all at once isn't feasible on a 100 meg connection, because I am transferring, I don't know. This is the one-time big transfer where I transfer most of the files that I need to be on the NAS to the NAS. So I'm transferring like a terabyte of stuff. So doing that on anywhere from 8 to 10 megabytes per second isn't worth my time, really. So for slightly more money, I bought this. This is a Cisco 3750 gigabit switch. Oh, she's heavy. And it's much more advanced. There's a lot more going on in this switch. Like, check this out. It's only got one, but you can put 2 power supplies in here should you want to. And they're hot swappable. And here's the thing for the other one. The little cover. It says Cisco on it. That's adorable. There's these fan stacks. There's 2 of those. So this is just a much more advanced switch. And thinking about that, man, I really got a good deal on this. This is a lot to go for. I think I just paid $80 for this. So I guess now I'm just going to start the configuration. So I got my console cable plugged in, and I'm just going to move this over, plug her in, and do some configurating, yeah? My child has decided to join me here. Oh, here he is. Making an entrance. He's got to sniff everything. This cat, he's been living here for like 2 years. And he's always still got to sniff everything. He knows what it smells like. He's been living here. Do you have anything of value to add? Or are you just going to sit there? At least do something funny. Alright, fellas, so we're back on the laptop. We're doing that thing where it's going to jump to the laptop, to the camera, to the laptop, to the camera. Like we did in the last thing, I guess. I guess our first step here is to plug this in. Oh good, it's loud. When you mess with as much server equipment as I do, you find out that nothing can scream quite like server equipment. It all screams. It's all so loud. Like, even this is sitting doing nothing, and it's annoying. It's loud enough to be annoying, but not loud enough to be a disturbance. Anyway, let's plug this bad boy in and see what we got. Let's paste our command in there. Oops, let's paste our command in there. Ooh. There's something about this that kind of concerns me. It's a lot of zeros. I know it's like loading or some shit, but man, it's kind of scary. Probably something I'm gonna have to do is give it an uplink, which I didn't do. Would you like to enter the initial configuration dialog? Yes. Yes, I would. Basic management setup? Sure. Enter host name. But the last host name of the last switch was too many port. So this is going to be too many port 2. No. Gigabit edition. Capital GE. Gigabit edition. Would you like to enable a cluster command switch? I don't know what that is, so I'm going to say no. So apparently these are supposed to be able to access VLAN 1. So let's try it, I guess. According to this, I now have a connection, which is alarming, but also maybe not. So I have a connection. My Wi-Fi is off. Let's see if I can connect to anything. I can't. Oh, you know why? I still have my wired connection set up for something I was doing at work. Let's see what my speed test is like. Oh, and look at that. We got 100% of our bandwidth here. Wow, imagine that. What do you think? Did we do it good? Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. So there's no web interface, and I can't ping the switch, but it works. So I'm going to call that a win, because this is essentially just supposed to be a dumb, unmanaged switch anyway. So, you know, I'm sure real network engineers are cringing at the fact that I don't know what I'm doing, but it's exactly that. I don't really know what I'm doing. This is the second time I've built a switches config from the ground up, and, you know, 1 out of 2 successes ain't that bad. So if there's things I missed, I mean, it works for me right this second, but if there's, I'd like to fix it. So if there's things I missed, let me know. So that was certainly a video of me setting up a network switch for the second time. I hope you enjoyed that. It was just kind of a quicker thing, just because the days I would normally record on and have more time on, I wasn't able to record because I'm doing stuff for my podcast. That's right, my podcast. Every Wednesday, a podcast goes up. It's called the Synapse Misfire Podcast. It features myself and a friend of mine. I'll put a clip right here. Like
if I can't nudge my wheel going 75 and flip the car, I don't want it.
So I keep my hands at 12 and 6. So if I ever need to like veer off the road at 85 miles an hour. That was a very funny clip of the show. Well, I hope you enjoyed this thing, and I hope you go on to click the link in my description to go subscribe to my podcast channel. Something that I've been working very hard on. And I hope I'll see you in the next video, I guess. We're going for 3 weeks in a row of weekly content. Bye now.